All right, agents. Hey, this is Luis Moreno with Think Medicare, Think ACA. I have a guest with me, and Kelly, is going to be talking about something that affects, this is a wallet, affects our money,
I
right?
love that.
Yes, I didn't even think about that, Kelly. That was just like it popped up, these little bit of money. So what she's going to talk to you about is how to keep more. Yeah, it's not high dollars, it's $1, $5, $10. How to keep more of it in your pocket. So what we're going to be bringing to you all is her expertise on taxes. Kelly, let's talk what we're going to help our agents on this seminar, this webinar that we're going to put together for them in a couple of weeks on April the 11th.
Okay, well, let's see. How do we even break this down? You and I just engaging off camera about how important it is in developing your business to have that level foundation, right? Knowing what you're doing and developing your business. We were also addressing, just talking about the statistics. Should I share them? Should I share the
Sure, let's
statistics?
do it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Over 87% of insurance and financial services professionals don't last 3 years. And I think that the question really is why. And it's because they don't know how to leverage the tax side of being in business to develop more business, to put the money into their pocket. And I think that what's really interesting is the way that we're kind of conditioned to think about taxes. I mean, we think, ugh, dry and boring, right? There's not a lot of excitement when you think tax strategies. Ugh. And the reason that there's no excitement, well, you and I know this, we've been in business for a long time, is because most people, right? Most people, they think of taxes primarily in terms of tax preparation, right? Gathering receipts, filling out forms, submitting returns to the IRS. They don't see it as anything other than a once in a year kind of obligation, right? It's stressful, it's reactive, and their focus is on compliance rather than opportunity. But if we take tax reduction strategies, and that's the name of the program, right? Business tax or proven tax reduction strategies for the insurance and financial services professional. That's what I'm going to be doing for you and your agents. But what if we change the title? What if we change the title to proven profit growing strategies for the insurance and financial services professional? And then all of a sudden there's a shift in there, because if in fact you're overpaying on your taxes, you're taking away from your profit. That's your bottom line. That's why you're working. So in a successful business, right? If you're going to develop a business, the focal point will always be on the sales side, and rightfully so. But that's only one part of being in business. There's two streams of revenue. One of the streams is the revenue generation that you get by way of sales. The other stream is by way of profit in reducing your tax liability. So if you think of every dollar that you unwittingly throw away, that you don't even know that you're overpaying, that's a dollar that's coming out of your pocket. So that's what the focal point really is about. It's about understanding that these are profit growing strategies, right? They're practical, they're proven methods that are going to help you increase your bottom line by keeping more of what you earn and spending less time chasing.
Guys, I've got a community of ACA and Medicare agents that we're putting together. 25 years in business is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Guys, come join us at the community, a community of ACA and Medicare agents, and we'll show you how to grow. I agree 100%. So here's the deal that I share with agents. I've been in business 25 years now, and I've gotten into the game. I maintain my agency. We're a good selling agency. So we're still in the game. But now I've gotten into the recruiting of agents. And what I'm noticing, and you shared a statistic, did you share it? 87%
87% don't make it 3 years.
don't make it for one reason or the other. Now, I know a lot of reasons why they don't make it. But here's the deal, guys. We get out there as insurance guys and as insurance agents, and we focus on sell, sell, sell. Let me go find a client and let me go sell them insurance and I can make some money. Great. What we don't focus on and what we don't realize new in the business is that in addition to being an agent and wearing that sales hat, we need to at times take it off and put on the CEO hat, maybe the CFO hat. Okay. The CEO, I guess, makes decisions on the business, but maybe the CFO is handling the money side of things. And you're right. It's just not about doing a return. Okay, I owe this and I pay it. We got to strategize throughout the year on how to keep more of that dollar that we make. Okay. That's what this whole seminar that we're going to put together for you guys on April the 11th is about. some strategies that are current that you can utilize. Now it's right before tax season, and you still may be able to utilize some of these last minute strategies.
Okay, hang on. Let me interrupt just for a second.
Okay, interrupt me because I'm not a tax person.
I'm going to do this. Unless you're a tax preparer, you don't have a tax season. They're busy doing returns. For us, every day is tax day in business. Okay. So there you go.
Set me straight, girl. Set me straight. Take out that whip. Like, man, you just corrected
That's
me.
right. Hey, I'm 3.5 decades in business now. Okay. That's what I'm going to bring into my classroom. 3.5 decades of business background and operational ownership. I'm telling you, this is exactly what we have to look at. Being self-employed means taking ownership of your finances. It's not just how much you make, but how much you can keep.
You know what this is, don't you?
It's your book of business. Oh, it's receipts. What is that?
Yeah. As a tax person, don't you like this? Is my monthly receipt.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not a tax person. I'm a business person.
Business person.
I'm in business. That's why I do the instructor. Bradford is not a tax preparation firm. We do the research, education, and publication. Now, how one keeps their records as long as they're audit proof, up to them. I love that though. I haven't seen one of those in a while. It's got all of your stuff. That's good.
We've got receipts, and on your behalf, because I watch your all stuff, I have the name of who I met with and what we talked about. It's got the where we went, what was paid. I mean, it's got, I think it's 5 things.
But still my heart right now. I am a flutter right now. Look at you.
Didn't I butter you up with that?
You have no idea. I'm getting little goosebumps right now. I'm like, this is hot.
Here's the deal. You guys put a notice out that when somebody subscribes to your services, we get emails on some strategies. And one of them was, hey, how to take a vacation and turn it into a business trip.
Yeah, we cover travel.
Well, I just got back from Minneapolis. I've got my envelope here with all my receipts, my lodging, flight, the Ubers, and I turned this into kind of a recruiting. I went to go see some agents over there and conduct some business.
Well, and see, because you know the rules, you set it up correctly, because just showing up and trying to backpedal into it doesn't work. But because you know what you're doing, you had a business purpose, set it up correctly, create the deduction, develop business, have all of these great referrals, and you got to enjoy yourself. I love it. I love it. So, I'm telling you, I'm excited. That's great.
So, guys, I will tell you, this is April the 11th, 9 a.m. Central, sharp. Okay. Now, and how many seats do we have? Is it limited to 100 people?
You know what? I do not know that.
Let's just say limited to 100 people. So be quick, guys. Register.
Yeah, I think that what happens is I think that there's ways to expand, but right now I think that that's the limit. You have to pre-register. You want to mark your calendar off. This is not something that you want to try to multitask through. We're not only going to cover very relevant strategies that you can start using. And the whole idea really is, and I think you would agree with me, is that if you are continually looking in the rearview mirror, that's all you get. As soon as you understand forward motion and you're developing your business, the sky's the limit. And what you're going to be doing is real time, not only identifying dollars that are going to go into your pocket by way of sales, but you're going to be offsetting those real time, just like what Luis did right now, is in showing you that he knows what he's doing in his business. So he has what he needs to offset those dollars of earnings by way of deductions, creating profits. Right. 25 years, he's got to be doing something right.
And therefore, hopefully keeping more of what I earn. That's the ultimate strategy, guys. I don't want to pay the government 1 cent more than what I'm supposed to. Okay.
That's right.
All right. And I pay them a lot, but I do not. I don't want to manipulate it, but I just don't want to pay 1 penny more than what I have to. So, guys, don't miss out. You don't want to be in that boat where you owe too much. You don't want to be on that boat where if you have a potential audit, if you're not set up correctly, you don't want things to go the wrong way. So we are inviting you to come join us at this event. Well, down below, guys, and if you click on the description, to scroll down on this video, on the description, there is a more button. Click on that more button, it will expand it. the registration link will be there. Okay, you register and then you will be sent the Zoom meeting link to come join. And as you heard Kelly say, no multitasking, put it on your calendar. This event will not be recorded because tax laws change. And so we don't want you a year from there watching this and you implement a strategy and it no longer works. So it's a live event. Come join us. It is free to you guys. Take a look, listen to what she has to share with us, guys, because I've learned a few things that have helped me in my business retain more of the dollars that I make. So with that, it's exciting, guys. April the 11th, it's a Friday. You got plenty of time to reschedule your calendar and just book it. Now, if I'm right, Kelly, three hours?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's 150 minutes, 2.5 hours, but always allow additional time. I'm going to try to bring as much as I can into the class, and then Q&A is live. So I'll be able to engage with you, and that always adds benefit too. So make sure that you allow that extra half an hour at least for the Q&A so that we can engage. And maybe you've got some specific questions that might be helpful to the rest of your peers in the class. So yeah, let's do it.
I have one question for you, because what I don't want these guys to think is that you're giving advice on them on how to do their taxes. This is not what this is. Okay. It's not a replacement of your tax preparer or potentially your CPA, but it's more of a. This video is being sponsored by Agent CRM. Agent CRM is a CRM that I use for my agency for every line of business: auto, home, life, commercial, Medicare, and ACA. It should be the CRM that you use too. Click up here to get some more information. Hey, why didn't we take advantage of this expense? Maybe you're double checking your CPA. Hey, how about this? Can we make?
Well, if I could, oh yeah, let me explain. So our tax professionals, their role is compliance. Their role is to make sure that the reports that are due on our behalf are completed correctly. That's what they're trained in. They're trained in doing the calculations. They're very linear in their approach. There's 11,000 odd pages of IRS code that's continually changing. They're going to take what you have done in running your business every single day for that year and then put it into the report appropriately. They're not running your business. They're not advising you on what you can do because they don't have the capacity. I mean, they could if you put them on retainer, right? If you had them following you around every single day, every minute, every time you spent money. But you see, you're the one that's making the choices in your business. When you know what choices, you make the right choices. And now you have what you need to help your tax professional help you. So you said it best when you said, CFO or COO well, CFO. I was a CFO and we used to laugh and call it "can't find the office," but that's because I was so busy with everything that was going on. Yeah, my assistant, she was very funny. But I'm going to tell you that you're making every single decision. You're making every single choice. And rather than look at misinformation and outdated information and snippets of information and free advice, and I heard and somebody said, and I was in a class one day, why not have information from an actual resource where this is all that we do is the research, education, and publication since 1979. This is what we do. We educate you. You're effective in running your business, in reducing the tax liability, knowing what you're doing throughout your business activity, frees you up to generate more revenue. And now you're actually doing what you need to do to present the information correctly. Your tax professional, it goes in the report. Boom, you're good. So that's, I know, I feel like I had a mic drop moment there.
Yeah. And I will tell you guys, I don't have a big interest in taxes, but I got a big interest in keeping more money. So with that, to satisfy that interest, I got to learn about taxes. Okay. I don't want to prepare taxes. I just want to know that, you know what? I went and had lunch and I bought this cup of tea and I bought my guests a cup of tea and we chit-chatted about insurance. I get to write that whole meal off. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't very much, $28, but guess what? As I left there, I got my little receipt. I got the name of the person and what we talked about. And now I get to 50% this, right?
Yeah. Well, you give it 100% and it gets in the return, gets cut in half. But the other thing is too, is he's doing it correctly. If you don't do it correctly, you don't get the deduction. So approach, business purpose, the intent, all of these things become ingrained in how you operate in your business. So you're not ever second guessing. It just becomes a habit. It's a good, healthy business habit. You know what you're doing on the tax side and again, increasing your profits.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Keeping more of
Can't
what
beat
you
that.
make, guys. Keeping more of what you make. I love it.
Oh,
All
and
right.
let's not forget too, if you're new into business, there's rules that are going to help you in reducing your tax liability and building a tax shelter for when you start generating more revenue. There's no such thing as too many deductions. The only thing that you could do is not take deductions that you qualify to take in the year you qualify to take it. So I'll do a little bit of that too.
You want to know everything about ACA or Medicare? Click up here to get my ACA and Medicare smart books. Oh, yeah. So I like that she goes over home offices because a lot of agents work at home. What about vehicle purchases? Should I purchase? Should I lease? The one question I get is, and this is really confusion, is should I become an LLC or a sole prop? And it's really not the same. It's apples and oranges.
Well, so and this is what I want to say. You are naturally a sole proprietorship. An LLC is a limited liability entity. It doesn't give you a lot of tax advantage. It just is a liability entity. But then we have to go into should you be an S corp or a C corp, and there's all these different things. And this is what I would say: it depends on who you are, not what you do. And as soon as you understand that, you'll be able to pick and choose what's going to be right for you. And you're going to know how your approach should change throughout your business activity. You're going to develop, you're going to zig, you're going to zag, and then you're just going to rise to the top.
Yep. So with that, guys, don't forget, again, go down below, click on it, register. You'll get an email with a follow-up email with the Zoom link, and then you'll be registered and ready to go. Don't be late, because once she starts, and you can't take her off. She goes into the zone where she's zoning out. For the house could be on fire. You're about to get cooked, but she's in the zone. So, guys, come join us. A lot of fun here, but come join us. It's great information. And again, our objective here is mainly to make you more aware of deductions and strategies so that you can keep more of what you make. Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you, Luis. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a great group. Again, you always put together fantastic groups. Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm
All right, so
excited.
be one of the first 100. Maybe there's more spaces or not, but be one of the first 100. So register as quick as you can. Thank you, guys.